Everybody, we are back with another review, and today we're going to be checking out my Dewalt bit loadout for my 1/4-inch drivers. So without further ado, let's hop right into this review and let's check this out. As you know, this is probably the standard case that you would see if you go into any Lowe's or Home Depot and want to get the Dewalt bits, but obviously I have mine arranged a lot differently, and we're going to check that out in a second. But let's talk about what the application of these are going to be first, and then I'll show you what we got. So first things first, my daily driver is the 850, which is the compact from Atomic line right there. This is my favorite for sure. This thing's a beast. A lot of people like to say that the 845 is better, and I would most definitely agree with that. The 845 is an amazing impact driver, but I'd say when in my go-to, it would be this 850 paired with this 1.5 amp hour power stack battery. Amazing. Same thing goes to 845. I run the 1.5 amp hour in that as well. The equivalent, I feel like the equivalent output is more so like a 5 amp hour cylindrical cell battery versus these the power stack method, which are lithium cell pouches stacked for compact presentation for sure, and weight too. I mean, look at the slimness of that. I mean, this actually is a compact driver. I mean, amazing. Again, I usually rock, I'm in, what am I, number 3? I usually rock 2. But because I usually don't need anything really more than that. But sometimes you just need to go into 3. But yeah, that's the 2 impact drivers that I'm going to be using these bits for. But I also have another tool that I use them in. Now, this is the brushless screwdriver. It's from the 12 volt line. It's got that nice halo LED light, and I pair this with the quick set bit remover, so you can just slide these in. Obviously, this is impact rated. This isn't impact at all, but I like the durability of the impact bits. They last a little bit longer. They don't get as marred, even if I'm using it on something like a screwdriver on speed 9 to put in, like, I don't know, a hinge on a cabinet. I like using these types of bits versus like the standard ones that you would buy for like low impact or just power screwdrivers. I like these impact ones personally. And I like the impact rated bit holders as well, because they have that snap in technology. Because when you're using an impact driver and you're actually putting a fastener into whatever substrate you're putting it in, a lot of the time, if it doesn't have that hold, the bit will get actually attached to the fastener, and you have to go retrieve your bit and then put it back in, and that's a time suck. I tell you 100% firsthand, that sucks. So that's part of the reason why I'll stick with the impact rated stuff, even for something like this. It's not impact rated. I mean, yeah, it might be a sin or something, but me personally, I've seen longevity out of these impact rated bits in something low torque, very low torque. We're talking, you know, extremely low torque. But again, it's 1/4 inch, so it takes all the impact bits and accessories that are out there. So why not? I'm gonna use it with my 12 volt line. So I took the skeletal case from this Dewalt little pack, and I'll show you what I got packed out on the lid. We'll just kind of check out what I got here in the base layer. So this is all my pack out, which I put this on top of my pack out for my tools. This will go on the actual lid, so I can actually get access to all these bits. Now, what do I got in here? We're going to start out with this bottom part, and then we'll show you up top. So first thing I'll show you is something that I'm not using with anything that we got out here, but it is for 1/4 inch. So this is a 1/2 inch adapter, which allows you to put 1/4 inch impact bits on a 1/2 inch impact wrench. So I think this is really awesome, especially if you need a little bit more, you know what I'm saying? You can hook it up to an impact wrench and use any one of these accessories here, which is pretty cool. Let's look at some of the bits, and we'll talk about some of the bit holders that are in here. So straight out the gate, these right here, these ones in the back, these are some Robertsons. These are going to be all FlexTorq. We got some T25s and other assortments of T sizes. I think I have some larger ones in there, some other larger Torques. This might be T30, yeah. So some of the larger stuff is mixed in with that, but for the most part, T25s. And again, Robertson's back there. And then in the center row here, we got some 2-inch Torques, which these T25s right here, I go through a lot of these. I like the 2-inch bits. Personally, those are like my favorite, I'd say. I like the smaller ones as well, which is why I have my 845 set up with the smaller. This one's set up with the smaller bits, and then I have my 850 set up for the 2-inch bits. Now I like to run the 2-inch bits in my 850 because when I start putting those magnetic bit holders on the end here, this compact becomes not compact at all when you start doing that. So I feel like just a 2-inch on the end of this compact, it still allows it to be that nice compact size that I want, and to get me in all those little places that I like to get into with that. Where having that huge front end like this on the 845, you know, this is too much to be on a compact like that. That's perfectly fine with something like this, the 845. It's not trying to be a compact. It's just trying to be an impact driver. So, and that's what it does best. And then over here we have some more 2-inch. These are not FlexTorq, but they're from one of their older lines. I think I got that in a gift set. And I got some other random T25 smaller bits in there as well. Now, what do we got over here? We got my Phillips number 2, number 3, and number 1. So I got a nice little assortment there. And then one back here is going to be all Phillips number 2s. So I go through those a lot. So much so that I even have, I got the belt clip right here that I can just snap on and clip on to anything I got going on. And then I got all my, well, that's a used one. I got a used bit in there. I usually don't put used bits in this kit. This kit's usually just for new stuff. All the used bits get tossed in the bit graveyard, if you would. One of those magnetized. Look at that. That one's magnetized. Pretty dope. Anyway, 2-inch number 2 Phillips. These are probably my most used bit in this case. Like I said, I got a belt clip for it because I keep these on me so much. Sometimes I don't want to carry around the briefcase. Sometimes I just need that. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's look at some of the bit holders that I got here, and then we'll check out what I got on the lid. Over here, we got some of these impact rated. These are for some of the smaller bits, which allows you to put the smaller ones in and then pop them out with that little locking mechanism. And then the rest of the ones that I have here, I have a longer one, but I got 3 shorties. These are just the sheath ones, but these are going to be low impact. I would never use this on it. I know this actually came with an impact kit. I would never use this because I've used ones like this and it just pulls the bit out and it stays in the fastener. So these, I would never use these for my impact driver. You know what I mean? I'm not into that whatsoever. I know there is a magnet in there, and I know it works, but a lot of the time it just pulls it right out. There's nothing actually clipping it in. So these are for more like I see as like low torque applications. I want to put these in my screwdriver. It's going to be perfect for that. And then over here we got some of my specialty impact adapters. This one is a 90 degree, which is really awesome. You can see me turn this and you can see it actually turning the barrel in there, which is really great. And then I got some of these other impact quick releases right here, which again, I love my quick releases so I can pop out the bits. But again, these are not something I would use in the compact. Let's check out real quick. Let's check out what that would look like. Let's put this on here. I mean, you can already see like how much that sticks out without the bit on it already. So like I said, it takes off the compactness, but again, perfect for the 845, something that's not trying to be a compact. So put that back over there. And then again, these are both quick disconnects. They just look a little different. They're both just they're based quick disconnects. They're just different generations. And then over here, we got some of my magnetic bit holders that I like to use. These slide directly over those 2-inch bits I like to use for the 850. So you can see this. It's a nice sheath that goes directly over, and it actually holds the fastener flush with the bit. And it actually will hold it and keep it so it doesn't fall off the tip, which is actually really nice. I like the actual the polarity of that. It has a really nice pull with it, and not too much of a pull, but enough that you could put a fastener on that tip and you can shake the driver and it won't fall off. This is probably my least favorite bit holder, but it's in here because it's in with the kit. It's, I think, a pre-generational this, and just a cheaper model, because this is far superior to this. But this is basically the same concept. It's just very limited on which ones this goes on. Same thing with this. These really have to be on like fat daddy ones, like real fat daddy ones, because if not, it just kind of it has too much play. It just flops around way too much. On one of these, let's check out here. I'll show you. Let's just show you instead of talking about it. So something like this, it's just too much play. It's too thin of a bit for this one, so it just doesn't work for that. But this works perfect for something like that. You know what I'm saying? That works perfect for that. But this really needs to be paired up with a specific type of bit. Like I said, this one, this style, probably this style that's in here, these star ones. Let's check these out. Could probably work with that, I'm gonna guess. Yes, see, so it works with that. Like I said, it's an older style, which is what these bits are. Those are an older generation bit. But nonetheless, here, we'll close all these up because I could see a cascade of bits in my future, which are not gonna happen today. There we go, perfect. All right, so yeah, anyway, I think that's the last generational one. I'm not really fond of it, but it's something that I have it in my case just in case. It could be used as maybe disposable or something like that. Speaking of disposable, that's what all this stuff is here on the lid. These are all disposable bits well, I guess all these are disposable bits, but these are ones that are like, really just don't care about. And I'm trying to chew them up and run through them because they either came extra in a kit. Most of these over here came extra in a kit. And they're just ones I would normally not rotate through. I'd rather use these a little bit higher quality ones compared to some of these older ones that are a little bit older and they get a little bit more marred up and mar up your fasteners a little bit. Especially painted fasteners. Anyway, these flathead ones, I do like these. Not something I would use in regards to an impact application, something I would put with my 12-volt screwdriver for sure. We got some 1/4-inch adapters for you to be able to use sockets. Always good to have these. Multiples, of course. We also got some other sockets here. We got 1/4-inch and 5/16. I got some extended ones that came in some kits. Like I said, most of the bits that are in here are really, like, besides the Phillips, are really just disposable stuff. Like stuff I'm really just trying to burn through as fast as possible. On, like, you know, maybe I'm doing tests or I'm testing fasteners, something like that. Not a finished product, then I'll use these. If I'm trying to do something professional, something I want to actually have a nice presentation, I don't want it to get messed up, I'll probably use the more dependable fasteners, the ones I'm more used to, I guess you could say. But anyway, this is my pack out for my 1/4-inch drivers from Dewalt. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of the things in my pack out, my loadout. What would you add to this? What would you take out? Do you have your own little, you know, let's call them disposable bits. We'll call them, they're all disposable again, but disposable ones you can use for testing and ones that you just don't care about. Do you keep those with your pack out or do you only pack out your pro stuff? Let me know that down in the comments below too. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Want more content like this, subscribe for more, and have a great rest of your day.